Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another iWoman Report. I'm Cathleen Trigg-Jones. Happy Friday. With professional sports on indefinite hiatus, I am so curious to know, what is everyone doing to stay entertained? I mean, aside from binging on Tiger on Netflix, which I have caught one episode. I don't see what the rave is about, but I'm going to keep watching and see. But it really does suck that baseball season is not in full swing right now, because I'm a huge Yankee fan. I know, don't hurt me, don't hit me, but I'm really missing my usual springtime popcorn and Cracker Jacks. Actually, as much as I really hate to admit it, my biggest source of entertainment right now, bar none, hands down, is actually just watching the White House leaders fall all over themselves. I have to say, Joe Biden right now is looking kind of like a superhero at the moment. All he really has to do, is thinking about this, all he really needs to do right now is just sit back and watch Donald Trump stumble, because I'm really beginning to think the president's losing his mind. I mean, he's blaming everyone around him for the way that he's handled the coronavirus pandemic. And did you see that President Obama endorsed Biden? Yay. Well, that's great news, depending on which side of the fence that you fall. Obviously, I'm on this side. But who do you think his running mate will be? Rumor has it, it's going to be a woman. I, for one, am really looking forward to getting our country back into a place of some normalcy, which brings me to my big question of the day. Should Joe Biden choose a man or a woman as his running mate? And who do you think it will be? No, not me. I know we're hopeful, but not yet. Maybe in a few years. But please take our poll on Instagram at iWomanTV, and later in the show I'm going to give you my opinion as well as the results of yesterday's poll question, whether it's time to open the country back up. Okay, so let's jump into our top stories of the day. Was the deadly coronavirus made up in a Chinese lab? Well, President Trump is exploring it as a possibility as he cuts funding to the World Health Organization. New Yorkers, sorry, but you're going to be staying indoors a little longer. Women are leading the charge worldwide in the fight against corona. Is it time for the U.S. to follow suit? And where is the money? Our financial expert tells us who should be seeing a check in their bank account soon. Also, Liz Samuel's going to come along and add some color to our diets while we're all home sheltering in place. All right, so let's start with President Trump and this coronavirus. As President Trump now says the U.S. is investigating whether the coronavirus was developed by Chinese scientists in a lab, there appears to be two very different sides of the story when it comes to whether the World Health Organization is doing their part in handling this global novel coronavirus pandemic. Well, President Trump has been criticized over the past several months for being very slow to respond to warnings about the seriousness of COVID-19, but in a surprising turn of events, the president is now blaming the World Health Organization for not properly warning him and accusing the world's top scientists of siding with China.
Lives. Today I'm instructing my administration to halt funding of the World Health Organization while a review is conducted to assess the World Health Organization's role in severely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus.
We will have many body bags in front of us if we don't behave. When there are cracks at national level and global level, that's when the virus succeeds.
So as the head of the World Health Organization calls for solidarity, Donald Trump's spokesperson, Kellyanne, is being blasted for making this absurd statement in defense of her boss on Fox.
This is COVID-19, not COVID-1, folks. And so you would think the people charged with the World Health Organization facts and figures would be on top of that.
Well, COVID-19, in case you didn't know, is actually not named after the number of coronaviruses, but it's named after the first year that it appeared, 2019. Now, you may not have known that, and that's fine, but the White House spokesperson certainly should have. All of this turmoil comes as several governors, including New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo, whose brother, I might add, CNN anchorman Chris, and now his wife also are battling corona. Well, it comes as the governors are pushing back against the president's claim that he could single-handedly make the decision on when the country reopens. Cuomo announced New York will be shut down at least another month, regardless of what the president says.
So 1 month will continue to close down policies. What happens after then, I don't know. We will see depending on what the data shows.
Now, this battle between the governors and the president, who still insists that he wants to open the country as soon as possible, comes as many healthcare workers fighting on the front lines around the country continue to work without proper protection. An emotional plea from a Chicago nurse who quit her job because she wasn't properly protected has gone viral.
Let me protect myself. Let me feel safe. I have family that I have to come home to. America is not prepared, and nurses are not being protected.
Every time I hear that, I have to say it just infuriates me, because no medical provider, and I call them medical war heroes, none of them should be fighting in this battle on the front lines without proper protection. That's why I'm so proud to report that a GoFundMe that I helped launch along with some of my friends, my co-organizers, and also along with support from Dove called 'Cause We Care, in just 1 week has raised over $15,000 to support the doctors and medical staff fighting on the front lines to save lives at Harlem Hospital. As you know, Harlem is one of the hardest hit areas by corona. You've been hearing it all over the news. Minorities are disproportionately becoming infected and dying. So we're on a mission. We plan to donate as many meals and supplies as we possibly can for as long as they need it. We'd love your support. You can find the link to donate on the iWomanTV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter pages. Thanks to your donations, so far we've already delivered meals to over 170 medical providers, workers in Harlem, and we've helped a local Harlem restaurant keep its doors open also during this very difficult time. Also, your donations are tax deductible. They're being managed through Trigg House, Inc., a 501c3 organization. Time now for some business news. Have you seen any money at all from the government? I mean, if you have, you may be one of the lucky few, because from what I've been hearing, I don't know very many people who've gotten a penny. And that $2.2 trillion stimulus money that we've all been promised is slowly trickling in, and it's really all but dried up. And I personally just got an email today, in fact, from the SBA, which is the Small Business Association, saying that thank you very much, but unfortunately, we're not going to review your application right now because there's no more money. So let's check in with Madam Money to find out when and if you're going to see a dime. Well, Tara, I mean, we are now, 5 going into 6 weeks in on this shelter in place, and people are starting to really feel it in their pockets. So where is this money? I think that's the biggest question a lot of people have been asking me. Where is the money?
Yeah, and the big response and the 3-letter answer that everyone is giving is, I don't know, because the IRS is controlling that, and they're not really giving a lot of information. The good news is that there are some people that are receiving that money in their direct deposit. Kathleen, the challenge is that we all want to know, when is our money coming in? And
Right.
Financial institutions, they don't know. The only people that really know is the IRS. And there is a site out there for the IRS to look at for updates, but it's not live yet. So hopefully it will be live within the next couple of days. But if you go onto the irs.gov /coronavirus, there should be a link there where you can check the status of your check.
If you get this money, $1,200 or $1,500, $1,700 or whatever the amount is, people obviously need this money right now.
Yeah.
What do you recommend you do with this money? I mean, is this going to pay bills, or should you not be paying your rent? What should you do immediately with this money?
It depends on the situation, because one size doesn't fit all. Because you may have a landlord or a mortgage company that will work with you during this time. So you may not need to put that towards that. You may need to put it towards other immediate needs. You need electricity and they're not working for you. You need food, you got to eat. So it depends on your situation. I do say contact all of your creditors as best you can to see if they have programs. There's a lot of financial institutions that are allowing consumers to skip a pay. They can skip a month of payments. That's a car payment you don't have to pay for the month, right? But you have to determine what is best for you. You have to determine what is your priority that needs to be paid. It could be medicine. It could be that this is just extra money coming in. Now you have an opportunity to build your savings account for emergencies. And it may be an opportunity for you to invest the money because you haven't invested. So it's not really one size fits all. It's one size that fits your needs, and you get to determine that.
Well said. Well, thank you, Tara. Madam Money Jackson, tell us how we can find you for more tips.
The best way to find me for tips like this and more is madammoney.com, MADAMMONEY.com.
Okay, and we'll have you back with some more tips on one of our other shows. Thank you
Great.
so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Always great advice from Madam Money. All right, so another month locked inside means we need to have a serious discussion about what we're eating if we don't want to have to deal with unwanted pounds when we come out of hiding and make a phone call to my husband, the plastic surgeon. Our lifestyle correspondent, Liz Samuels, has some great suggestions on how to liven up your healthy eating. All right, Liz Samuel is joining us, as always, from her New Jersey home to talk about healthy eating and how, I guess, what you put in can actually make a big difference with how healthy you're staying right now, mind, body, and soul, right?
Exactly, Kathleen. That's right. It's really important what you put in your mouth. And, you know, during this time, we're looking for a rainbow at the end of that rainstorm. And to do that, you can actually do it with fruits and vegetables. By eating a rainbow, you can actually keep your vitality and your strength up during this time. People have a tendency to get depressed when they're inside this long. And, you know, by providing your body with all kinds of fruits and vegetables, you're actually going to do so much good for yourself. So,
what do you mean eating a rainbow? Break that down. Let's unpack that one.
So, eating a rainbow. So, fruits and vegetables, they're not just pretty to look at and taste great, I think. I love all fruits and vegetables, but the colors can provide your body, each color can provide your body with something that you need to have overall fantastic health. So if you go to each color, and I'll go through it, you'll see that eating the rainbow will boost your body. Okay, so red, all right. So with cherries, watermelon, tomatoes, strawberries, they have lycopene and antioxidants. They help with your heart and your blood health, and they help support your joints. So, you know, you're sitting around a lot here if you're eating those fruits, and they really can help keep things lubricated and healthy. Oranges, carrots, pumpkins, sweet potatoes, they have beta carotene and vitamin C and all kinds of other things that actually prevent cancer and support collagen growth, which I love to hear about that. Yellow, so bananas, yellow peppers, pineapple, mango, pears, star fruits, heart, vision, digestive system. Keep that digestive system on track. Green, okay, we all know green is super important. Eat your greens, eat your greens. Broccoli, kale, kiwi, cucumbers, zucchini, asparagus. They are powerful detoxers. They help fight free radicals. They help improve your immune system. They are uber important. Purple. So purple is red cabbage, eggplant, beets, red grapes, even purple cauliflower, purple asparagus. If you can find purple, they have anthocyanins and resveratrol. Anthocyanins, they limit cancer cell activity. They improve memory and your nervous system and your immune system overall. In terms of your immunities and to this virus, that's hand washing and that's staying away and staying home. But we can do other things to keep ourselves healthy. Eat the rainbow.
Healthy eating, a healthy lifestyle, healthy life. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
from home.
Much needed during this time. If there was ever a need for healthy eating, I think it's right now.
Yeah, it keeps your mind fresh, and we've got to stay positive. And to stay positive, you've got to be healthy all over.
Absolutely. All right, Liz. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Take care. I'm going to go cook something from every category.
I'm going.
I keep saying I'm going to try some of Liz's recipes and crafts and all these things. I don't know where she gets the time, but I'm definitely signing up for one of her classes. All right, finally, the results from our last poll and my thoughts of today's big question. In our last show, we asked if you think President Trump should be forcing states to reopen the country as soon as possible against medical experts' advice, and the majority of you answered no. You don't. You don't think so, which I couldn't agree with more. It's still too dangerous a situation, which brings me to today's question. Women are leading the charge worldwide in the fight against corona, and they're doing it quite successfully, if I might say. Is it time that the United States followed suit? Well, Joe Biden got the endorsement from President Obama this week, but who should he pick as his running mate, a man or a woman? Please fill out our poll if you haven't already on Instagram and Facebook. Full disclosure, I am a bit biased because I just love seeing the fact that women are finally moving into a place of power. And I also once worked for Joe Biden years ago, so I think he's fabulous. I think he's very capable and qualified, so I'd love to see him leading our country. With that said, I personally would love to see our first female vice president in 2020. And I think there's some great choices. Look at that. Kamala, Elizabeth, Amy, Stacey. Some have even mentioned Hillary getting back in the ring. I tell you, I have to say I'd be happy to see any of them join the ticket. However, just to be super clear, my desire to change the current leadership supersedes any one of these candidates. So whoever Joe Biden picks, I will gladly, and I hope you'll join me, throw my support in the ring behind them. All right, well, thank you for joining me from my home. This is our first live show. I'm literally working from home today. But thanks for joining us. Please continue to tune into the iWoman Report. That is going to do it for us. Everyone, please stay healthy, stay happy, and stay safe.